Hey everybody! ACC schedules came out a couple weeks ago, so I got pretty excited and been working on this video. I want to do a prediction of Georgia Tech's schedule. I know it's pretty early, and I might wind up doing another one again later this year. But for now, I think I'm gonna go ahead and go through the schedule, see what we got, and predict the game's outcomes of what I think will happen, and then maybe later on we'll take another look at it. But here's what I think from now. I'm just excited that the ACC schedules come out. It's the off season, so what else are we gonna talk about, right? Anyways, I wanted to go through and I might do this for a bunch of teams this off season, just because it's good. It's fun to do in the off season. I want to go through each schedule and go through their games and predict, see how they'll do. So, of course, baby, I'm going to start with my Jackets. All right, so let's see. First, we have Northern Illinois University. All right, what do I think about this game? If you want to see a man lose his mind and sanity, lose to a directional Illinois school. Okay? Same goes for our second game against KSU. Okay? We should win these games convincingly. Okay, we got them both at home. So there's no excuse I can make. There's no reason I can give. There's nothing. It's year 3, okay, of Jeff Collins. He's got talent. He's got everything. These games should be blowouts, to be honest with you. They need to be won at least convincingly. I couldn't give any defense in losing these games. It would be just humiliating. So, I'll defend against. I've defended against some things. I've defended against the Pitt loss. I'll even defend against the Syracuse loss to a degree. Still a bad loss to Syracuse, but Syracuse pops up sometimes and beats teams they shouldn't. Hell, I almost did it to Clemson this year. But, still a bad loss, okay? What I'm saying is these first 2 games, Northern Illinois and KSU, should not be, they should be warm-up games. They shouldn't be in danger. They shouldn't be embarrassing anybody. Not my team. Okay, I will lose my mind. All right, KSU, Kennesaw State. I've got a lot of family and friends that went there, graduated there. I played in their stadium. I played in high school. I played center. So I like KSU. I'd cheer for them literally against any other team except for my Jackets. I'm sorry, KSU. We're just better. Or at least we should be. God, I hope. These first 2 games need not to be any question, any danger. Okay. The next 2 games, not so much. Clemson and UNC. Okay. I just don't see how we could beat Clemson, especially because I think they'll be a playoff caliber team next year still. Ugalele, he's so good. He's gonna. I don't think they'll miss a beat with him. I think they'll beat Georgia too first week. But unfortunately, I think they'll beat us. It's just hard to say. Just like give up a loss, but I don't think. No. Sorry. I'd love to come up with some reason that we might step up to them. I will say this, though. We better not get blown out in an embarrassing fashion like last year where they're putting in their punters at quarterback. Okay? That's not a good look. UNC, a little bit of a different story. Okay? They lost to FSU this year. They're a team that basically UNC, about the second best in the ACC. They have the best chance of beating and usurping Clemson and getting to the playoffs. They have the second best of anybody in the ACC, including Miami. But UNC, yeah, we do have a chance of beating UNC, to be honest with you, because they are inconsistent. They're really good, really talented team, well coached. They just crap the bed. They're like a bad version of Texas A&M. Funny enough, they played each other this year. Texas A&M and UNC, that is. But they just, yeah, we do have a chance. But I think it's time for UNC to really start getting it together. So I can't pick us to win this game. So yeah, that's gonna be, yeah, probably not. Next is Pittsburgh Panthers. Okay. If we win one game this year, forget about the directional schools for a minute. If we win one single game this year, it needs to be against Pittsburgh. Okay, yeah, I know Georgia and all that. And if I could choose one game to win every year, it would be against Georgia. When we play Pitt, I can't be the only one that's hurt by the Pitt loss. It's I was at the game, so it was I was really emotionally invested, and I saw what was going on the sidelines. Man, the Pitt players and coaches, they're just they were just out of control. They were starting fights and involved in the fights. The staff, it was a very unsportsmanlike game, very embarrassing. For Tech, we got the bad rap because at the end there, Jeff Collins did that rude handshake. Well, a lot of people miss the context of that, and I'm not excusing it or anything. He probably shouldn't have done a rude handshake because that stuff looks bad. It looks like he was mad of the loss or whatever. We're winning 3 games a year. We're losing to damn Syracuse, man. Anyway. It just looked bad on us, and it was a hard fought game. Okay, we had so many players out. It was still, we fought tooth and nail the whole time, and it was a hard loss. And I can't be the only one that feels this way. Our players have to feel this way. They have to come into this Pitt game, 5th game. Most likely will be 2-2, our record now. Our players have to come into this Pitt game mad, because I know I will. That was a tough loss last year, and it was our last game too. We need to win this game. I'm very confident we will win this game. Okay, I'm very confident we'll win this Pitt game. There's just too much that beef now. It's almost like a rivalry. I'm all aboard the eat shit Pitt train now. Tech gets all the blame for that bad game, but it was, there's more to meats than I. The damn game wasn't even on TV, so nobody would know, Nobody would, how are people supposed to know? It looks bad, so we need to come out here, redeem ourselves with this big game, and have a nice handshake this time. And really, if there's any extracurricular activities going on, we don't need to be getting involved in that. That's another discussion for another time, the discipline thing. Need to beat Pitt is what I'm saying here. So next is Duke. We should beat Duke. We should. Duke has given us fits in the past few years. I think were on like a 2-game losing streak before this year. A loss to Duke this year wouldn't surprise me, but it doesn't need to happen, considering how bad they were this year. Now, I'm not entirely sure on everything they have returning and all that. But if they're anything like this year, we need to beat Duke. We can't have... we should be at the point to where we're above this level of Duke. I think we'll beat Duke again. I think it won't be a problem. Duke's pretty much in the trash can right now. They got blown out all this year. We damn blew them out. So, if we if this year's anything to go by trending, Cutcliffe's a good coach and everything, but I think our program will be where it needs to be in time to beat Duke. Okay. Then we have a bye week after Duke, and then we play Virginia. So Virginia, we played them last time we met was in 2019, and it was a close game. 28-33 was the final score. A hard fought game, and Virginia, another weird, inconsistent team. Like on one day they lose to dang Wake Forest. They're losing to these teams they shouldn't be losing to, and then beat these teams they shouldn't beat. They beat UNC last year. Who saw that coming? Maybe that's more UNC's fault. But, Virginia, I actually like Virginia. I think they're a cool team. I think we'll beat Virginia. I think our program will be in a good place enough to take this team down. That's all it is. I don't think Virginia has much going for them lately. At least they're kind of a middle of the road ACC team usually, and just I would say beating Virginia is like a milestone, kind of like Pitt too. Although Pitt is more personal now, but Virginia's they're just a middle of the road ACC team. Real good measuring stick, I would say, for our progress. And yes, I think we will be able to take on Virginia and beat them. And yeah, so I like Virginia as a team. I think they're cool. I like their uniforms and all that. We had a good fought game last time we met. Good sportsmanship and everything. So yeah, I like Virginia. But Virginia Tech, on the other hand, yeah, sore taste in our mouth after our historic loss in 2019 against them, where we got shut out for the first time ever at home ever in history, largest margin of defeat and all this. If there's another emotional game besides the Pitt game, this would probably be the second most emotional, just because of what they did to us last time we played. It was embarrassing. It was not good, and it was the first Jeff Collins year, so excusable, at least in my book. But yeah, I think Virginia Tech, I really do think that they're one of the better teams in the ACC, like in the top, depending on how Virginia Tech looks. If they look like now I'm not going crazy here with the wins and everything, but listen, Virginia Tech's coach Fuente, not very good. A lot of the fans want him fired, from what I've heard. I work closely with a guy who is a Virginia Tech fan. They're tired of Fuente. He's not very good. I think we can beat him. Normally, in a normal year, usually VT's a good team and they can keep up and they're just good. But I think we can beat them next year. I think we should be at the place to where we can beat them. Moving on to Miami. I think this will be a loss, unfortunately. Miami got De'Aaron King coming back and all this talent, and they're really on a roll lately. And of course, we beat them last time we played in 2019 when they had hit rock bottom. They were horrible that year. So are we. If you get beat by the 2019 Georgia Tech, you really need to reevaluate yourself, your new team, because that's embarrassing. I'll say that. I'll be the first to say that. We were bad in 2019. That's the reason that I'm a bit confident about Virginia, because we took them to the wire then. Anyway, we beat Miami. They're going to be pissed off. They have all this talent, and they're on a roll lately. They have ACC title hopes. I don't think, unfortunately, as much as I'd like to beat them, I just don't think so. Boston College. Okay, if Boston College is anything like this year, they gave a few teams fit, about took down Clemson. They're just Boston College is a good team, I think. I've been real generous with myself this past these past few games. I don't think Boston College. I don't think so. Um, it wasn't close when we played this past year. They're pretty good. They've moved up lately, at least. If this year's anything to go by, they've moved up in the ACC and the pecking order. So Notre Dame beat us last year. They're losing their quarterback, losing all these people, losing their defensive coordinator, and they have a tough schedule this year. And I think we could be a trap game for them because they have all these crazy teams that they're playing. They're playing Cincinnati and USC, I think, or some strong Pac-12 team. And then they have a pretty tough schedule. I think we have a realistic chance of beating Notre Dame. Of course, this is towards the end of the season, our second to last game. If they're anything like they were this year, no. They were good this year. Not good enough for the playoffs, though. But I got another video on that. But Notre Dame, you know what? We don't even need to be in a place where we have to beat Notre Dame. Okay, they have a lot of talent. They're in the top 10 recruiting classes all the time. So next year, we don't even have to beat Notre Dame. I will say it's a possibility that we'll beat them, but we don't need to. Okay, they're a very talented team. I don't think there's any shame in losing to them next year, especially because of us, where we are as a program, and where I kind of anticipate us to be. Notre Dame don't need to win that game. Although, maybe if we lose one of the other games, I don't know, if Virginia Tech comes back or something, or we somehow wind up losing a game that we shouldn't, maybe we pull off the Notre Dame upset. And then finally, the University of Georgia game. What do I think about this? Well, I think we're going to kick them dogs' ass, and they don't stand a chance, baby. We're going to come up in Sanford Stadium, or I don't even know if it's a home game or not. Doesn't matter. We're going to beat them damn dogs' ass, okay? They don't stand a chance. And all you Georgia fans are going to be crying and crying of all your talent you have and can't beat damn Georgia Tech, who lost to KSU. Yeah. We're beating Georgia's ass, okay? So there you have it. That's what I think of our schedule this year. I think we should have a good year this year. We need to be developing our talent. We bringing more talent in this year, and we have some already developed talent coming from the transfer portal. I anticipate us to be much better this year. I was going 6-6. That's not much to ask for. Okay, I think 6-6 on third year. Jeff Collins, you got your talent. I think that's as much as anybody can really hope for right now. I get you're still building. I get that we have we're recovering from the triple option. I understand that. I've been very patient, but this year I want 6 wins, okay? That's what I'm hoping for. Might not necessarily be these teams, but the easy games that we have are easy enough to win. They're very obtainable for us next year, I think. And I think we really should win those games. I'm hoping for 6 wins this season. Now, I will say this. Maybe he needs another year. I've been patient this long, and he's all we got so far. And I don't want to be like Tennessee, firing our damn coach every year. So the games we need to at least win. These are very important that we at least win these games, okay? Our first 2 games and Pittsburgh. That's not much to ask. We need to at least win those. At least keep the 3 and whatever going. Don't lose. Need to not lose to the first 2 teams. That's absolute must. That is humiliating if we lose to these guys that I've never even heard of, Northern Illinois. What is that? And KSU, no offense, KSU, they're very good in the SCS and whatever league they're in. We don't need to be losing them. We need to be more talented than them. We need to be much better. We at the very bare bottom minimum, we need to win those 2 games. But I also am expecting to win the Pitt game. So those are my 3 must wins. But I think we'll go 6-6. If that's too much, let me know what you think we'll go in the comments. If you want to troll me and say we're going 0-12 or whatever, that's cool too. It's time to start seeing some improvement. I'm not wanting a winning season. That's fine. Don't have to be a winning season. Go 6-6 and make a bowl game. Don't gotta win the bowl game. That's okay. I would just be happy to go to a bowl game against Stanford. I don't care. All right. So that's what I think of our ACC schedule. I'll definitely do at least Georgia, but I think I want to do other teams too. I think I want to do the ACC because ACC gets no love on YouTube, man. I'm here for you, though. I'm here for ACC, man. I'm going to go through my plan this offseason. Got tons of time until football, talk about football, and I'm obsessed with football, so I don't want to stop. So I want to go through all of the ACC teams and do what I did here. So I want to do some research this offseason, see who's coming, look at recruiting, and see what we got going on with these other ACC teams at least. And then, I can do the SEC. I would do the SEC next because SEC is just the coolest conference. Yeah. Well, everybody's doing SEC. Tune in to Cdogg here, and I'm going to do the ACC, right? Hey, thanks for watching. As always, go Jackets, and I'll see you next time.